Hey guys, it's Daniel from the S&G Bookkeeping channel, and today another tutorial for you guys understanding multi-currency in QuickBooks Online. Now, as an e-commerce owner, you know that some of your sales will be coming in from different countries, the US, Canada, Australia, etc. And with that, it's extremely important for you to understand how multi-currency conversion works in QBO, various exchange rates and how that affects gains and losses on your P&L. Now, before we jump into the tutorial, I just wanted to remind you guys that we are offering a free, complete, personalized 2-hour walkthrough on Zoom where we explain everything that you are struggling with and how QuickBooks actually works. Now, if you're interested in that, all you have to do is reach out to info@sngbookkeeping.com with your name and business name, and we'll get that scheduled as soon as possible. Now, into the tutorial.
If you're the owner of an e-commerce store or honestly any business that deals with worldwide currencies and transactions, this one should help you out because I'm going to show you how to keep track of all those various currencies inside of QuickBooks Online. First things first, in the sample company with Craig's Design and Landscaping Services, we have to go up to the gear icon and then click on Account and Settings. And on the left, we're going to see this Advanced tab. So let's click on that and scroll down to Currency. So Craig from the sample company is based out of California, so obviously our home currency is going to be the United States dollar. This would be typically wherever you're based out of. I know that obviously this is a design and landscaping company, but let's say we have an e-commerce side of the business as well, where we sell to other countries. So we can turn on this multi-currency right here, as it lets you track transactions in foreign currencies if you have bank accounts, customers, or vendors that don't use your home currency. So we can turn that on. And you have to check this. You have to understand that you can't undo multi-currency after you select it, which should be no issue. So we can save that. And now, as I mentioned, we have our e-commerce and we're going to sell to some customers in Canada. So what we do with our client, they sell worldwide as well, a lot to Canada, mostly in the US, but they have some transactions in Germany, in the UK as well. But let's just leave it at Canada for now. So let's actually go to customers, and we want to customize this customer to keep track of the currency conversion and the multi-currency that we just added. So the first thing that you have to do is actually select the currency, because if you don't change this now, then you won't be able to change it later. So make sure you get this done correctly. And personally, what we do with the customer is we just type in Amazon customer, because as I mentioned, they sell on multiple different Amazon stores throughout the world. So let's just say Canada, in this case, to match with that currency, and we could press save right there. Now, so typically if you are doing e-commerce, you would have either QuickBooks Commerce on the bottom here. You can connect that, and you can see you can connect your sales channels like eBay, Amazon, Shopify, etc. Personally, we like to use WebGility. So regardless, they're pretty similar. You could basically use these softwares to connect your sales channels to QuickBooks Online. So you wouldn't actually have to manually enter in all of these sales receipts. That would be horrible. I mean, obviously it depends on the volume that you're doing, but once you get to a certain point, I mean, having to do 20 of these transactions a day just would take up hours, because you have to figure out exactly how much they paid, which inventory accounts to use, and so on. So it just sounds horrible. So I'll just show it to you manually, just so you know what's going on behind the scenes. So if we go to customer, Amazon customer Canada, you can see this CAD right here that's manually added by QuickBooks Online to help you differentiate, and it helps show you the exchange rate based on the market rate that QuickBooks uses for 12/25. Merry Christmas, by the way, to anyone who's watching. But let's say we sold some rock fountains. Let's say we sold 2 for, let's make it a nice number, 400. So a total of 800 in Canadian dollars. And if you scroll down, you can see the total in USD is 557 as well. So we can save and close that for now. It's cool if we leave without saving. Now if we go to reports and we take a look at the profit and loss, it should be in the sales of product income. Let's take a look. And if we just refresh, yeah, there we go. There's our sales receipt. As you can see, these are mostly invoices, but it's okay. This is just for demonstration to show you that the sales of product income actually are converted to the USD, the home currency that we selected initially, because like I mentioned, Craig is in California, so most of his accounts, you would assume that he want to see them in US dollars. It can be a little bit confusing, going back and forth to USD and to Canadian dollars and any other currencies that you might be dealing with. But if you want to get some more detailed information, specifically about the Canadian balance that customer owes, you can go to sales, customers, and then click on Amazon Customer Canada. And you can see the sales receipt is actually 864. So that's the two fountains at 800 or 400 Canadian dollars each, plus the sales tax, giving us the 864. So this will actually show it based on the customers, or if you have a vendor in a certain currency, it'll show it based on their assigned currency. So not your home currency. Obviously, if the home currency and the customer's currency are the same, then the numbers will be the same. But in this case, we are using Canadian dollars, so that's why it shows up as 864. So I hope this helps you get a better idea of how currency conversions and the multi-currency tool works inside of QuickBooks Online. And thank you so much for watching.